super far ahead.
Oh,
I feel like that's from that time that he never really stopped. Ooh, I thought might have to. Actually, he didn't have a force field because he used the hallucination with which I think Zest scouted everything. But now, preventing that third Nexus from going down, I mean, it doesn't really change anything. You're not going to be like, oh my god, you canceled my third Nexus or you prevented it from going down. I'm going to throw down 8 gates and attack you. Now, that doesn't really happen. So it's still going to be that third Nexus, a little bit delayed.
It's still nice value out of the Reaper, right? Because that Reaper already scouted what was happening in the main base, and now he was able to delay that Nexus for 20 seconds. You know, it was supposed to be a 4-minute Nexus. Now it's a 420 Nexus. And people love 420 Nexuses over here.
They love 420 anything. By the way, what do you think currently about the charge lots and the PvT meta? Because In Control had a great recap of the current situation on the Pylon show.
Okay, which one?
Yeah, the one where he was like screaming, he's like the Marine and Stimpak.
Yeah. No, Jeff went ham when I just throw. Sometimes you try to explain something to Intro. He's like, you know what they're upset about, Jeff? It's the Zealot. And he's like, what? The Zealot? Out of everything? It's an 8-feet guy with laser swords. Like, yeah, this is not relevant. The Zealot? And then he does this thing where he like crawls to the camera with his face, you know. I love Jeff, but I think the Zealot is obviously very powerful. And I know a lot of people out there are very sensitive when it comes to the Zealot. Like, do I think the Zealot is overpowered? I don't know. There are situations really good. There are situations where I feel like you can deal with it. What I do think you can say is that the Zealot is too good for the amount of damage it can deal and how much execution it requires, right? Because I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yo guys, like when I'm wiping Zealots, okay, I look at every single one of them and I decide where they charge. No, hell no. I box group and I A-move. So yeah, obviously you can say that the Zealots are maybe a little bit too powerful for how hard it is to use them. But I don't think it's necessarily super broken. This is one of those things where I would say it is what it is. You gotta deal with it.
Here we go. Let's see some Zest micro. That was fucking terrible. He lost one Stalker. And lost a bunch of hit points on top of the shields on the rest. Come on, Zest. I expect more from you. You've been playing this Stalker stuff for years now.
Okay, you made 2 Reapers. I'm like, what? I actually really think that HeroMarine is going to win this game. I know that so far absolutely nothing has happened, and I know he's down 17 workers, guys. But I really feel that HeroMarine has been getting a lot better against this kind of stuff. Okay, now we do have the Templar Archives, and obviously with Storm, things will get a little bit more complicated. But I think back of those BlizzCon games, right, where he played against HeroMarine, or where he played against Zest, and he also played against SOS, and he just kind of lost against both these Korean Protosses, building a million Zealots and Stalkers, and I'm like, man, if HeroMarine was playing these games against the European Protoss, he'd be playing so much better. But I think it's a little bit of the fear of a Korean Protoss. By now, I truly feel that Big Abe's ego became so big that he no longer respects the Korean Protosses. And I honestly think he's going to play better. And Zest is going to have to land some big storms to win this game. Otherwise, I don't think this style is truly going to cut it.
You know, it's funny, when he was playing against Stu earlier, I was like kind of immersing myself in the mind of HeroMarine, thinking of the trash builds that were being thrown at him. You know he's thinking it and he's saying it.
It's like, the only reason this works is because it's so incredibly bad. My brain doesn't go to these levels of badness in StarCraft 2, okay?
You do the impression pretty well, to be honest.
I'm not that good with the Germans. I don't know, it's too close to home, I think. Jeff is way better. Anyway, this Warp Prism is going to make its way into the main base. The other turrets are going to deal some damage to these Zealots, but HeroMarine is going to need double interference matrix on the Prism, by the way. Yeah, nice skill.
Nice unit. He has great micro.
The other day, mate, I watched him against Neve. It was so funny. It's like, yeah, he just beats me so effortlessly. Neve's good, but so am I. I was like, man, I love Gabe. He's the best. Look at Zest's stack, by the way. He's getting Immortals. He's getting a lot of Zealots.
Oh my god, this move out.
How many Widowmines do we
You
got?
make me nervous here, man. Go back, bro.
Gabe, you gotta run. Okay, this Raven is 100% dead. The bio is in a little bit of trouble. Where are all the mines start?
There's not many of them. I only see 2 with some tanks there. HeroMarine is not doing too bad supply-wise, but this army of Zest is kind of made to defend like these earlier game attacks. The moment it would start getting worse is maybe if ghosts were to be added to the composition, but usually by the time that happens, there's going to be Colossi, some disruptors to help with this, and the upgrades of the Protoss really are going to help a ton as well. By the way, I saw you You argued with someone recently on Reddit. Tell us a little bit about this.
The guy who called me.
Yeah, that
nobody
guy
was known.
He
for
just
the-
kind of did a breakdown of your style, which is always...
the low skill cheese rush. I'm like, what does that even mean, mate?
I don't know. I remember playing you, and then you one base, Void Ray, Mech, whatever. So I was like, this guy figured you out pretty well.
No, I gave you the special, Todd. That's the one base Phoenix.
Apparently you
Immortal.
did the special against him too.
No, because apparently we haven't played since Heart of the Swarm, but he's still really angry with me. I'm like, oh my goodness, mate.
Of course he's hangry. Like,
Time to get over it. That dude reminded me of somebody who's still angry at like one of the people that left the Spice Girls and the band broke apart. He's like, I remember Heart of the Swarm, mate. You did the low skill cheese rush. And I'm like, I still don't know what it means, but I'm sorry, get over it.
people don't like cheeses, man. I still remember when Loco all in me. I mentioned that in a previous cast.
Loco?
I played in the Heart of the Swarm beta. Link Bane, Ravager.
This is such a bad army, by the way, from Zest.
Yeah, the DMP actually hit everything. Oh my god.
Zest, okay, he might, if he kills the fort and somebody...
You're in his ego, man. He's moving down the ramp.
Zest, your army is bad, brother. Your army is actually really quite bad.
Let the ego speak.
I don't care what the upgrades are, but Zest needs to get the hell out of here. What is his army? Zest, my friend, get out of here. He loses all of, he lost everything, Todd. What is this army?
Nice trash attack.
Yeah, trash builds deserve trash outcomes.
He's cancelled base at the top. Actually, though, he just can, 12 o'clock. Sees that there is no base there.
I mean, Big Cave is close to maxing out. Colossi are good. Finally, we've got some high-tech units coming out of Zest. Thermal Lens is nowhere near done, by the way, though. Oh my goodness, Zest is in trouble. I mean, Archons are very big.
You don't have EMPs, I think.
Archons are, I mean, but Zest has almost nothing.
Yeah,
A
oh
little
my
bit of a
god.
bank. The War Prism takes a lot of damage as well. It will unload these units. Can the Colossi save the day? That's kind of the big question here.
He needs to target them with a tank. Actually, the War Prism helped a bunch, but everything's melting from both sides, to be honest. The Charge Laws, the OP unit of the Protoss. Gonna try to help and defend. Zest reinforcing. Look at the supply, 60 more for HeroMarine here. He traded so well. Obviously, there is Colossus and 3-3 here. Close to completing, but the 5th base only now finished for Zest.
But
The soup doesn't lie, Roddy. There is no but. Shut up.
The longer the game goes on, the more of a chance Zest will have, though, right? Because if he does get the big upgrades, he does get Thermal Lens. I'm actually surprised that he survived there. I understand, like from HeroMarine's position, that he decided to go back, but he actually could have kept pushing there. And I honestly believe if he keeps pushing there, he will break Zest. Zest had nothing anymore at one point, other than like 2 Colossus and a War Prism. Obviously, HeroMarine doesn't see what we see, so I understand that he's like, you know what? I don't want to overextend. I don't want to throw away my bio here against like 12 chat lots that do get wiped in and slice my armor to pieces. But I think he could have kept going, and I hope that he does keep going, because the longer he waits, the more scary Zest will become. And give Zest a War Prism with 4 High Templars and Storm, anything is possible.
Oh, I love what he's doing. He's pulling the army of Zest away here at the bottom side of the map, and he's moving up on the north side with a huge chunk of his own army. This is going to do a ton of economic damage, potentially, or he might jump on top of this army from multiple sides. HeroMarine has been adding Vikings here to help deal with these Colossi. But yeah, Zest obviously having the 3-3. This is the big deal here. 120 army supply to 103. He's going to start kiting the Colossi. The big threat. He needs to spread his army a little bit more.
I'm actually a bit worried, because HeroMarine's got 80 SCVs.
Ooh, that
Oh, War Prism. Where are the Vikings, by the way? He's been building Vikings for the last 2-3
I think he lost some, and like...
He's got 6, but I don't really see him. I'm worried, man. I think it's really hard for Terran to win a fight when you have 80 SCVs. That's insane.
Yeah. Especially against the Charge Lots, eh?
You can call them chat lots as well.
Chad Lots?
Yeah, chat goes to the gym a lot. He's pretty strong.
What is this meme?
We all know a douchebag named Chad. That's the meme.
Not very nice to talk like that about minigun.
Oh, come on. The minigun is sweet.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Chad motherfucking Jones. I remember that meme.
Wasn't it with a Tito?
No.
He just chats a lot, mate. All right, Zealots are going to run by into the natural. There is a little bit of bio. Take care of this. Those are some good EMPs by our big Gabe. No storms to be found. He is getting Fusion Core. Man, I know that HeroMarine is still...
That's the Charge Lots people are complaining about. That's because it's very hard to micro in multiple places at once. So when you send them like that, they're very hard to deal with, right?
I know, absolutely. Like for a Terran, well, we're getting a couple of disruptors now as well, but we do have some advanced ballistics on the way. That's obviously an upgrade that could help out a lot. But man, HeroMarine, you were up 60 supply. Todd, you told me that the soup didn't lie. Don't tell me that this is the game where the soup suddenly does lie.
Yeah, it's a little bit worrying for sure that he lets Zest max out. But that's the tricky part of Terran versus Protoss, right? Is finishing the job when you've pulled ahead the way HeroMarine has. Like, because if you attack at the front with everything against Warpins and Colossus that were countering most of his army because he didn't have the Vikings then, it's just so hard to fight, even if you're kiting. It feels like some Terran, they do so well to send 2 to 3 medivacs toward the main base and then spread the Protoss out into position, and then they can start doing economic damage. And then from there, they just kind of snowball out of control, but it's just so hard to do, right?
That mutiny, he just killed multiple Marines and Marauders, but I'm with you. That is indeed very hard to win. Shadow Strike, by the way, on the way as well, Todd. We're going to get some Blink DTs. Ravi just woke up somewhere in California. He's like, Blink DTs somewhere.
I'm returning to casting.
Second. He still is, mate. He's casting every single weekend. Oh my God, there is so much mutiny over here. Now even Zest is like, you know what, these Shadlots, I don't want to send them into the natural and see them kill 20 SCVs because that's where people get upset. It's like, I'm just going to let it go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's actually a Ghost and a couple of Marauders. That's really not a bad hit at all. Here are these Liberators, though. Do we have advanced ballistics? Yes, it is done. So this is it, guys. Big Gabe is knocking on the front door of Zest, and he wants to have a little party, but that's a massive hit. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what can I possibly do?
Nice trash unit.
Trash unit, trash kill.
Like, imagine a voice pack by HeroMarine.
I would buy that and play every game. Yeah, you're based under attack. Nothing you can do, though. Oh my goodness, these disruptors are getting some.
Yeah, they're doing so much.
There's a lot of stalkers as well. I think Zest is gonna go for it. Zest is.
This is very ambitious.
Yep, he's standing in a lot of these Liberators. Zest, you may want to get out of there, buddy.
Oh, the Colossi died.
Oh my goodness, he's standing in. Where's the bio though? I feel like it's just Liberators, but
look at it again.
I'm looking at it. A lot of it is supply though, Todd. HeroMarine just basically ran away there and let the Liberators do what Zealots normally do. Just shoot or slash rather. And they actually got an insane amount of damage on. What a fight by HeroMarine. Oh my goodness. There was no bio there, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, that's so weird. Like, I guess maybe he pulled back the little bit that he had and picked it up as well nicely. Yeah. It's so weird because Zest was doing so well with the disruptors.
I put down circles and he stood in it. Protoss, they just don't think the same way as Terran players do.
Oh my God, the MP landed on everything.
Yeah, but there's barely any bio. That's kind of the problem.
That's enough, though.
Yeah, a couple of Marauders.
No shield stalkers?
Stalker, I mean, Zest is doing a very good job in avoiding these liberation zones, but eventually these few Marauders are just a little bit too much to deal with. Zest is burning through that Zest Bang. That Purification Nova will whiff the forward blink on top of these Marauders. Zest, what's underneath there? We've got no idea. It actually seems like it's going to be sort of... Okay.
Oh, the pickup! Sick micro.
Yeah.
You just need to say yeah.
Ja. Es geht good, eh? Ja, es geht super good for HeroMarine. 185 supply, GG. Big Gabe gets the job done. Yeah, so much harder than it should have been. Now, all jokes aside, I think he played incredibly well there. I obviously think, I feel that Zest, as much as I love Zealots and Stalkers, as much as the next guy, I promise you that. But I feel 5 bases is overkill. Do it on 4 and then go into your Colossus. I honestly think that HeroMarine could have won the game when he fought basically that army that consisted of 2 Colossus and no thermal lens. At that point, I really think he could have got the job done already. He got a little bit closer because Zest often has that little bit of a Zest bank. So if you give him time, he can spend that money.
Do you think he had enough when you looked at the army that he had out there on the map? Against what Zest had? Because like
I really believe he did.
When we look at the supply, it's a little bit deceiving, right? Because some of the army is like in production or across the map.
I know. The army obviously wasn't that big what he had left there, but it was literally 2 Colossus, a Warp Prism, and an additional Warp in. If he warps in Zealots, you can just kind of run away because there's no thermal lens. If he warps in Stalkers, the Marauders would have been able to get the job done there because there were no Immortals in the mix. And if there are no Immortals in the mix, you really can't stand there and fight as a Protoss player. But very well done by HeroMarine. I honestly think he played a very solid game. He played very passive, didn't open up with a drop, wasn't eager or keen to do damage. He's like, nah, I know Zest. He's going to make a bunch of units and attack me, and that is exactly what happened.
What do you think? Are we going to see some more dancing moves from HeroMarine this event?
You know, yeah, at first he really didn't like that clip, but then he's like, you know what, the harder I fight it, the more they play it. So I'll just embrace the meme.
He figured it out even.
But I do think, production, that if HeroMarine takes this series, you guys should give us a little sneak peek of what we could expect tonight. Right before he joins us.
A little trailer, you know, like a little tease.
I love Gabe, though. I mean, a really good showing so far by Gabe. He's 4-1 in series, 1-0 right now in this best of 3. HeroMarine really showing up once again. He's been playing incredibly well over the last year and a half. And even if he had a couple of minor dips here and there, recently losing a couple of TVTs, when it comes to TVP and TVC, he's still on point. A lot of people will look at this man as the best Terran player in Europe. And when it comes to the results, obviously, he deserves it. In the right bottom side, the kingpin of Cologne, it is HeroMarine.
I love how it went from the kingpin of Meltdown to like the whole of Cologne. Soon he's going to be the kingpin of Germany, Europe.
Mate, whenever he walks on the streets, people are like, Big Gabe. He's like, yeah.
They changed sidewalk.
Yeah, absolutely. They recognize him left, right, and center, mate.
And his opponents, he's been having a little bit of a rough HomeStoryCup so far. Not as dominant as he usually is. It is Zest in the blue.
A previous champion, of course.
Yeah.
He won the HomeStoryCup.
3-2 in this group.
Oh my goodness. Sue is, by the way, guys, Sue is done. Just to give you guys a little update of what has been happening in the other best of 3s. Sue is done already. 7-0, 14-1 in maps.
Yep. What did trash performance.
9.
Who did he lose to? That one map?
Maybe Big Cape. Sue lost a map to... I only see 2 zeros. Yeah, Big Gabe. The biggest of Gabes, mate. Sue. I mean, awesome showing by Sue. Obviously, guys, we're going to see all of these awesome players tomorrow. Tomorrow, things are going to really heat up. Things will start becoming a little more seriously. We're going to have a winner bracket. We're going to have a lower bracket. For the players that finish 3rd and 4th in that group, they're going to be eliminated as soon as they lose a single series. If you finish top 2 in your group, you can drop a series and you will fall down to the lower bracket. But it's only the top 8 finishes of the groups, well, 8 players of all 4 groups, the top 2 finishes of each group, that will be placed into the top side of the bracket. If HeroMarine wins this one, guys, against Zest, and does end up losing the Reaper, you could see it's like, yeah, Reaper range. Doesn't jump far enough, you know.
And more like the Adept range was pretty sick here.
Yeah.
It was like max range.
Does HeroMarine know which deck he's up against, by the way? But the TLDR is that if HeroMarine wins this, there is a very good chance that he finishes top 2 in this group, where he's almost guaranteed. I think he is guaranteed, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, because everybody else has 3 losses at that point. So if HeroMarine wins here, he's top 2 guaranteed, and that would be massive, obviously.
He has a pretty cool name, by the way, Segat. Does that mean something in German?
I don't know. I think it's Italian, mate. He's Italian.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Did you remember
Those
Intel
easier
Extreme
qualifiers. That
Intel Extreme Masters.
Yeah, go and try that today with Rainer.
It was so funny. When back then he represented Italy at the Intel Extreme Masters Pyeongchang. I was like, so, since you're representing Italy right now, should I call you Gabriello? He's like, 9, it's Gabriel. I'm like, yes, I know, mate. It was a joke. He's like, oh, just gave me this super still face. I'm like,
he's a lot more German than he's Italian, that's for sure.
Yeah, same.
Imagine if you went, it's me, Gabriel.
No, it just doesn't work.
Can't picture it at all, indeed.
Oh, that's actually HeroMarine getting juked a little bit. Oh,
Whoa!
no. That's not what you want, by the way, in general. Even though we know there is no actual Stargate here. But that could have been a real one. So the hallucinated Oracle does fly into that with a mine. Mia nonna, talking about Italians. Grazie,
Mamma
ragazzi.
mia.
Mamma mia. Madonna. Emil. Dot, dot, dot. Come on, Mapu, give us an Emil. Yes. That's him.
Oh, that's the Italian caster, actually?
Yes, he's a Protoss. He's actually a pretty good Protoss player from Italy, like 5.4k MMR or something.
What does that mean? What's happening? Something? What are you doing, I think?
Yeah, what's happening? Nonna. He's a really cool guy. He's very passionate.
Oh, you know him?
Mm-hmm. Of course. I know all my Protoss brothers. So. Just go like this. Yeah. I'm down for that. Obviously, it's been a long day of StarCraft 2. Hopefully, you guys had fun, though. I honestly, I'm enjoying this group a lot. By the way, what do you think of Hellraiser's performance, Todd? He started his group 0-2, 0-4, and then he just won 5 best-of-3s in a row. Isn't that sick?
Yeah. Who did he lose to the first 2?
Obviously, TY, and I think he lost to Elaser as well. So the top 2 finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sick.
And then he just went on this...
He beat Bunny?
Yep, he beat Bunny 2-0. He beat Showtime 2-0. He beat Namchar. I'm like, holy hell.
That's some impressive wins for sure.
Yeah, 5 in a row.
You know, it always feels like it's going to be very hard to have a newer generation because the current guys are so good, but then eventually a couple guys kind of appear and they do really well. And in this case, all of your children, the Goblin, Hellraiser. What was the other one? There was one more.
Vindicta.
No.
What? He's doing
In that one cup that we cast last time, there was 3 players that...
A Protoss or?
Yeah, maybe. Damn, I don't remember.
I mean, I don't know.
Right, there's quite a few. You've been around. But yeah, I always I kind of learn about them from you because you played on the ladder and then you'll hype the hell out of them.
Skillless.
Yeah, exactly.
Skillless, my boy too.
Yeah, so these guys, it kind of feels like they are powering up. They're getting a lot better. And
whoa, that's a very ballsy blink there, but he gets the Raven. One auditor does go down though, but these Marines, obviously, guys, they don't have stim. There is a Marauder. This one Marauder is so useful. I still think this was a pretty successful little endeavor for Zest because he got the Raven.
Yeah, that's really bad actually for HeroMarine not to have been able to let that charge up on energy. Especially he used the auto turret and immediately the Stalkers were already moving away, so that didn't even do anything. If he had killed way more Stalkers, then I think could have been okay, but that wasn't good. They've been trading, it all started with the first blood that Reaper, then the Oracle got blown up, and now the Raven went down.
This is a really weird drop by HeroMarine, but it's one of those drops that can actually do some damage because you don't expect it, right? Normally the quickest Medevac Widowmine drops. Oh, okay, well, this Observer is massive. Does Zest spot it? Zesty? I don't know.
Zest we're talking about. He's going to interrupt his superset at the gym.
Oh no, I hope he's
set
paying
this
attention.
Or not.
We've seen one very big Widowmine hit today. This one is going to be a lot less big. HeroMarine will just set up for 2, but he does keep the mines alive, and he gets the Medevac out of there, and that's already quite big. Obviously, Zest wants to intercept it somewhere. We're seeing a lot of additional gateways. Charge is on the way. Is HeroMarine on 3 barracks? Is that correct? All right, so is he going to drop the CC now, or?
He's going Mulder heavy. Does he have concussive shells?
This is actually a pretty decent push by HeroMarine.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you look at the mines. Zest is going to need a good fight.
Really
oh,
strong.
This is awkward, Zest. Your Stalkers are now on the other side of the army.
How many charge lots are there?
Chatlots.
9. That's really not much.
Says the German girl when HeroMarine talks about TVP. All right, is a pretty good position. Good forward blink there by Zest. He gets the tank. Will lose a couple of Stalkers in the process. The Widowmines couldn't connect. No, the other Widowmine actually dies inside of the Medevac. This one dies as well. That was big, Todd. I think that one Medevac and those 2 mines, they really could have had a pretty big impact in the next 20 seconds of that battle. Now, I'm very worried for HeroMarine.
He's got a bunch of Widowmines here.
It's
if you can set up a good fight.
Yeah.
These Immortals are getting scary though.
What about the Rocks? The Rocks is still not taken down. I'm surprised he doesn't kill the Rocks. Okay.
This is gonna help him with that. Look at these Chadlots. Going to work. Taking steroids. Oh my god.
It's like surprise. It's gonna open up the door. Zealots will run forward. Hold position on the entire army. I don't know about that one, Zest. I think he tried to neglect the splash damage of the mines. Zest, what is this?
Oh! He didn't blink back.
Is this work? I mean, I guess you are buying time for Stim to run out, but...
If he has no Guardian Shield here, this is really bad.
That didn't feel that great of a hold position to me, or am I crazy?
No, yeah.
I love how everybody sees the 4, he's like 9. I need to kill the 3rd.
Yeah, transfer some probes there.
No, that's definitely not.
Dare you?
I mean, the longer Zest waits, the more, these mines are going to reset again, and they will. There's an observer apparently, so one mine does go down, the second one goes down, and that seems actually like a better fight at first. But for now, Zest's going to have to disengage. Those Immortals are so far back, eh? I like that observer. I don't know how I feel about this for Zest. Like,
HeroMarine's flying a command center to the third, right? Because he committed on two base for a long time here.
Yeah, but I mean, Zest's economy is not sick though, Todd. It's 59. The boys are coming to the other side of him as well. Zest going up to 5 bases. Here we go, guys. There's still no High Templars with Storm. There are no Colossus out on the map either.
This is the police!
Ja, wir kommen mit sie allen, eh?
Polizei!
Citizens arrest as it's liberated. Does get taken out almost immediately. Zest got a lot of zealots though, spending most of his money. Liberated is going to try to see Chop Todd. This is it. Can the SCPs make the difference?
He mineral woke them here so that they could get on top of the army. There is a Guardian Shield this time. The Immortals holding strong. Both armies evaporating, but it looks like HeroMarine's running out of steam here, maybe a little bit. These Immortals still left untouched, and HeroMarine will be pushed back.
That's a lot of Immortals. These Immortals are so freaking strong. GG. Zest, despite the fact that he lost 14 probes there in the end, he will hold down the fort. He will win this game. Whew. I think HeroMarine could have done better with that first push he made. The very first part of that push, where that one medevac, there was a dropping medevac, right? That came back, but it just died with 2 Widomines inside of it. He could have used that medevac so badly with his push.
Yeah, I don't know. He must have thought that maybe Zest was stacking into something else, because if he had known that Zest wasn't attacking, I think if you just keep on massing bio, then you're fine against no Colossus or Storm transition. Because then when you reach like 180, your army, I think, gets scarier. Even though Zest was getting that +2 armor upgrade, it's not like he was getting +1. It's not like he was getting, he had 2 forges. And HeroMarine took a 3rd base while he was setting up this attack.
Yeah.
And he was zoning out perfectly that 4th base of Zest. So I really feel like he didn't have to attack, but he probably thought like he had a window here during which he could maybe make this work.
Yeah, to your point, I think if the bio ball grows just a little bit bigger there, the more and more useless the Zealots become and the Stalkers become, right? Obviously, the Immortals are always going to be powerful units, but in general, if the bio ball becomes a little bit bigger, just those basic gateway units and a couple of Immortals are not going to cut it. You're going to need something more as well, but HeroMarine maybe felt that was the right moment. It really was quite close, though. I mean, that first Liberated died before it really set up. I just think if the previous 2 minutes would have gone a tiny bit better for the German Terran, I actually believe he would have been able to do it there and get the job done.
What do you think is the story behind Zest's shirt?
I don't know, man.
I think his girlfriend bought it for him. He hates it, but he still wears it.
Why? What's wrong with the shirt? I think it's pretty cool. You mean the stripes?
Yeah.
He's like, it's a HomeStoryCup pajama party. Let's go. Show up in my sexy pajama. Mine is always open. Shows off the 6-pack.
Don't tease me like this.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna go ahead and hop into game 3 between these 2 lovely nerds on the left top side of Acropolis. We're looking at the main base of our Korean Protoss. He really needs this win if he wants to finish top 2 in this group. It is Zest.
And his opponents in the reds and in the southeast. From Germany, spam this babe to help Big Gabe. It is HeroMarine.
Spam this babe? They've got a babe in the chat?
No, they're just like, it's, you know.
That would be a good one if they don't have it yet. Spam this babe for Big Gabe. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it is, look.
Okay, who's the babe? Is it a blonde emote? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love you guys. Hope you guys are having fun. What's the one for Zest, though? Zest deserves one as well.
I don't know. Well, what ends with est.
Rest. Something you're very good at.
Oh my God. Yeah, sure. You know all about that jet lag.
It's not about the jet lag. We actually shared the story about Katowice, how you claimed all of them.
Oh, you know, it's funny because, like, I didn't even ask for the breaks in the first 2 days, but I fully embraced the meme, and then after that, I was the one talking about it.
Did Twitch yet come up with something yet? Spam this.
For Zest? Oh, they will. There's something silly to be found, trust me. Like, they always deliver.
What's your favorite?
I
like the Dorito for Juanito. That one is always good.
Yeah, except like there was this one, they spammed it during IEM and it was sponsored by Pringles. So
yeah,
it was not that suitable.
Wasn't the greatest appetizer ever.
It's like, wow, that advertising really backfired.
For Saro, it's like a Pharaoh, right? Like spam this Pharaoh for Saro.
Yeah.
That one's funny too. What do you think is going to take it, Todd? Game 3, Acropolis. We've seen 2 games so far. Zest makes a lot of gateway units. HeroMarine knows what to expect, but it's still obviously very hard to go
Spam
up against.
this chest.
This chest. Do they have a chest, though?
I think so.
Okay. Spam this chest to help out Zest. I can absolutely get behind it. Well done, guys.
Spam this Dorito to help Zestito.
Not sure if it works like that, but I'll take it.
Just make up our own stuff as we go.
So what do you think? Who do you favor?
HeroMarine.
We already had Zest on the couch once. I mean, if HeroMarine wins this, guys, obviously we do have a very clear story. That means that HeroMarine will take top 2 in this group right after Sil. You know what's really cool, by the way, Todd? I was talking with TY in the basement, and he walked by. I was like, man, you're crushing, right? He was 6-0 at that point, 12-0 in maps or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like, so good. He's like, yeah, but no. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, first place, no good. I was like, why? He's like, Cerro. I was like, oh. He's like, don't want to play Cerro. Because obviously there is a there is a 33% chance that if you win your group, you do end up playing Cerro in the quarterfinals of the upper bracket. And I thought it was really cool to see even TY saying like, yeah, I don't want that guy.
Someone came to me earlier and he's like, hey, can you help out? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, TY wants to take a taxi and go back to his hotel. And in my mind, I was like, bro, this is Krefeld. Like, you walk 5 minutes, you've been through the whole city.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, just ask at the front. Like,
where is he?
Why would you take a taxi?
He must stay at the Airbnb, right? Or the
I mean, everything's closed.
Yeah.
I can't think of a hotel that's far.
At the Mercure, actually. That's the one hotel.
Oh, okay, yeah,
somewhat far. Maybe.
I don't think he stays there. Maybe.
I mean, that is the kind of the nicest hotel in Krefeld. And since TY did ball out of control in 2017, there's a chance that he's like, I'm not selling.
Spam these breasts to help out Zest.
Oh my God.
You asked.
Yeah.
They deliver.
No comment, guys, but go ahead.
Sick. All right, opening blink here once again. I think last game, I think Zest read very well into what was coming his way, and he just kind of stayed on the Immortal Tech. I think if he had tried to take a little bit harder, maybe he wouldn't have enough to hold on.
I think the Raven snipe is massive there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
If the anti-armor missile goes down, those Zealots, they just disappear. I thought the whole position micro was really weird. I don't want to say whether it was bad or good. A lot of the units are obviously not fighting, but on the other end, he's also not taking a bad fight. He's not committing to a bad fight. And the longer those fights are going, the worse it is for Terran, because eventually Terran has to stim again, and sometimes even again. And a triple stim is always going to hurt that bio army quite a bit, especially because HeroMarine lost one of his medevacts uselessly, like for no reason at all. He didn't have that much healing there, so maybe it worked out. It looked kind of funky and weird, but hey, it got the job done, right?
Yep. And now Zest, he's going up to a 4th base at the 5th minute.
And next,
how many? He's on 3 gases, right?
Yeah, of course.
3 gases, so it's going to be a ton of Chadlots here.
Mate, he's going to take a 5th as well, don't you worry about it. He's literally just spamming Zealots and Stalkers and Immortals.
What do you think about taking the 4th where he took it, as opposed to closer to his main and natural?
I don't know. It's good if they push through the middle. It's bad if they push via the left side. I mean, there are those big rocks. I think if HeroMarine would take care of the rocks on the left side... not those rocks, Mapu. I'm talking about the big one. No, not those one either. Damn it, Mapu.
Come on, Mapu, wake up!
The one on the south sides of the middle. Go to the Zelnaga Watchtower, Mapu. No, not those rocks either. Jeez.
Oh, my...
Now go to the south, Mapu. No, not those rocks. He's trolling me this way. Go to the right, Mapu. Mapu. Yes, there you go. Jeez Louise, he looked at 7 sets of rocks. I have no idea if he was trolling me or not. If it was the funniest attempt of a German in a long time. Oh my God.
Wow.
He literally shot.
We got there eventually.
5 bases, mate.
Oh my God. And at the bottom again.
Yeah. That's why he's a boy that takes out the rocks, and you know which one's Mapu. Don't you dare show the wrong one. Don't you dare. Yes. Take it out. Big Gabe needs to take it out. Hey, this little Han Solo Marine is going to be very important. Marco Polo on a mission over here.
Expanding on the west, fighting on the east. Expanding on the west and fighting on the east.
He's like, I saw a Nexus, another Nexus, another Nexus. He's like, all I see is Nexus out there. It's a dangerous world.
Oh, yeah, if you scout these, you're like, God damn, what is he? He's got carriers. He's got 7 Stargate
What
carriers.
has gone down? Can you show us Shift L real quick, Mapu? Like, Okay, like literally
And the vision of HeroMarine, what has he seen?
this. He's gonna see next.
He hasn't even seen the other ones.
How's it with his face? I wonder. He didn't really show a facial reaction. He's gonna stim. He's like, it's probably the other Nexus, right? He's like, is that a hidden Nexus or is that his fifth? It's like, it's his fifth, mate.
He might. Let's see if he scans.
No,
he's not scanning.
He's not gonna scan. He knows.
He's just gonna mass and attack, I think.
Why is he getting tanked?
How many gates? How many gates do you go up to when you go for like 5 Nexus like this?
12 is good. I think 12 is a very sweet number. 12 double forge robo. I really wouldn't go less because you're gonna float.
Yeah,
And
you're
this
gonna get
game
some of that Drogo bank.
Oh, mate, he got mad at me. He gave me a...
You of all people.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Okay. You were watching the stream or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, really? That's so funny.
But it's sick.
I had no idea he was self-conscious about the Drogo. I was like...
Everybody's self-conscious about everything.
Second factory on the way. What is Big Gabe doing here, guys? Big Gabe hasn't killed a unit yet. It's an almost 9-minute game. Maybe he's like, you know what? If all you want to do is make Stalkers and Zealots, I'm just going to sit
Oh my
here.
god.
And he's actually going to just run into a couple of the decks, not siege. That's a very forward, ballsy blink. Now, what is this Raven going to do? Maybe some interference matrices. No, drops an anti-armor missile. It's not the greatest fight for Gabe, but I think he's actually cleaning most of it up. The Immortals are, at least one of them has gone down. These Zealots are going to go down as well. This is such a weird game.
Yeah, here they are, the most talked about unit of 2019, the Zealots. Chadlots getting in there. That one tank. Can he save it? Yes.
Where's the Prism? Is it still here? Is he going to
Yeah,
wipe in? Like, oh
it's
my
right
God,
below
wipe in
this.
12 more Zealots. Guys, HeroMarine is actually in trouble. I don't know. These are like 18 Zealots that are about to run in.
And he's going to keep on warping in with the economy that is built behind his Blink
no.
Stalkers. Killed that one tank, and HeroMarine looks like this is going to be it.
Yeah, this actually, I'm not really feeling it. If he can maybe do something with the Raven, but it has no energy anymore. The Immortal does finally go down. The Zealots do disappear. I mean, obviously 12 more Zealots show up. The upgrades, I mean, Big Gabe
Yes, Zest is like, all right, you want to hold on, there's more where that came from.
Big Gabe should run away to the south. He's going to finally try to count his army a little bit. Can he maybe get the Prism? Most of the Zealots are disappearing. The SCVs are going to help out a little bit. It's actually very close.
2-2 just completed for HeroMarine here. He needs to kill the Prism.
Get the Prism. He gets the Prism. A couple Zealots do finish up, but I think that HeroMarine should be able to stabilize. But I mean, this was the most gung-ho YOLO attack I've ever seen. Zest in the end is going to lose literally everything other than those 3 Stalkers. He's got a Sentry and a Prism somewhere on the way. Worker-wise, though, oh my goodness. HeroMarine's at 38.
That's a sick hold.
Is it a hold?
I mean, I thought he was going to die.
I thought he was going to die too, but I think he had no Sim City there, and the tanks were not sieged up, and that's really what hurt him so freaking much. And I thought the Raven was really underwhelming there. Like, it dropped an anti-armor missile and like...
It didn't hit much.
No, like 4 Zealots indeed.
I think that it landed on some of the Stalkers.
Yeah, well...
That was weird. HeroMarine was like, you got the Chazlots, I got the Tyler Marines, because yes, we all know a douchebag named Tyler as well.
Yeah, but... It's not good for HeroMarine, man. He had to pull so many SCVs to stabilize. He's got the 2-2 bio. And he's going to drop it. That's only Stalkers, by the way.
God.
That's not enough, Zest. These Stalkers are going to die.
The hell?
Yeah, that was a bad recall. Oh my God. Kill the pylon. Kill the pylon. He does kill the pylon. I mean, if there's ever any hope for HeroMarine, it's right here, right now. Like, I'm not going to tell you guys that I think HeroMarine is winning this game. Getting a Nexus is not enough. That's the 5th. But there is another 5th on the way. He needs more, Todd. He needs a big fight. He needs a big fight right here, right now. Then there is hope. The longer he waits, the worse it gets. Now or never for the German Terran.
Yeah, Zest is messing up a little bit here, getting some of his units caught in the center. 3-3 about to finish. He's getting chased down right now. There's no transition into Colossus or Storm, but he's adding on Archons, which are going to be very hard to deal with for HeroMarine because he's mostly mass Marines here, really.
And getting the Prism would be nice. There are a couple Zealots, Archons. Where's the rest of the army?
360 surround. He's going to get right in there. Marines have to kite. Tanks are going to fall very rapidly. Prism reinforcing right behind us with a lot more Chadlots.
So many Zealots warping in even more over there. And yes, the tanks have all gone down. There's quite a bit of bio remaining, but it's only +2 bio against +3 armor Zealots. There are a lot of medevacs here, though, but HeroMarine knows it. He's on the clock. He needed more than he got there. That was decent, but he needed awesome, and he didn't get awesome.
You know what I'm surprised about that we don't see happen ever anymore is big Doom drops here. Like, he already used recall. Imagine if HeroMarine went to the north side undetected and then dropped everything in the main base. And then he just rallied the units in the fourth base. Oh my God, oh no.
The police coming one. I mean,
Polizei!
Polizei. Storm is finishing up, by the way. We've got 2 High Templars. He's pure Marine. Storm is going to be devastating. Maybe he can force the fight before Storm. Maybe the SCVs can make the difference. I don't think HeroMarine is going to do it, guys, but there is a tiny bit of hope. If Zest makes a mistake here, it's possible. Zest wants to buy time for Storm.
He's going to wait for Storm, yeah, I think. Oh my God, oh no! Oh, he gets the War Prism with the 2 High Templars inside, so even though Storm's going to complete now, there is no High Templars. And the position... A lot of the Zealots are not fighting. They're right above this here from Zest. He lost so much, so fast.
He only has 23 SCVs, but he's getting this Nexus. He's got a lot of firepower. 2 High Templars, though. Where are those High Templars? Because 1 or 2 Storms can ruin this game for Big Gabe. He knows he's on the clock.
I don't think they have energy, do they?
They always do, Todd.
Oh.
I've made that mistake
73,
before.
oh my God. Okay, now they do have enough.
Where are they?
Right here on the right.
Oh, okay. Kill him. Those 2 Marines, send them forward. That's so many Marines for Big
Oh,
Gabe.
the tanks are doing so much.
Oh, he's shooting the High Templars with the tank, but that's a big storm down the middle of the Marines. But Zest is running out of steam here, guys. The sentries are going down. The Zealots have gone down. That Archon, is Big Gabe doing this?
It looks like it's...
Oh no, that actually would be a ridiculous victory. He was down 40, 50 workers. He gets this Nexus as well. It's only 10 Zealots and a Stalker, but there is that Zest Bank. Never sleep on the Zest Bank.
Yeah, and he is, in particular, he has gas, but he lost the Templar Archives. He made the Templar Archives on that 3rd base.
I don't like this for HeroMarine. He just sent a lot of his Marines away, so he's going to lose the tanks. He's going to lose a couple of these Marines as well. He should have kept his army together, man.
One single High Templar. Is Zest remaking a Templar Archives? Because he was on his 3rd base for some reason. Did he remake it already, or can we check the building stub? Nope. That's crazy. He has the gas.
He just made 10 more Stalkers. I think he just wants units right here, right now. There's no pylon here. Maybe there's one on the top side, but that's a slow pylon. One Stormy. No Stormy available. The Marines, they are going to kite, but that's a lot of Stalkers as well. Are they going to blink forward into the tank? High Templar gets sniped.
Kite like your life depends on it, HeroMarine. Kite! He stands there. He thinks he has enough. The tank kind of shielded away from the Zealot. Stalkers are going to take it out. HeroMarine pushing forward here. Zest down to his last few Stalkers.
Yeah, but that's the last few Marines as well, right? We do have 9 more Marines on the way. I don't know where HeroMarine is finding the money from. The probes are being pulled as well. This game is ridiculous. But now some extra Zealots come in, and I think this is just not good enough for HeroMarine in the end. I mean, he did kill a whole bunch of bases. That's what the good... Man, if he kept his army together, he messed up, Todd. He was doing so freaking good, but he should not have picked up those 60 Marines, because that's why he lost his army on the north.
I mean, HeroMarine can float his command centers to new bases.
Yeah, that's true. What's the income graph look? What does the income graph look like?
He's mining more.
Yeah, but that's a mule spike, right?
Yeah, well, he has triple orbital. I don't think he needs to scan at all. Is Zest remaking Templar Archives? Because that would be the game winner, I think. Yeah, okay. Right. Look at his gas. 800 right now.
Yep. You can warp in a couple of Templars real quick.
Liberator is being added on.
I think HeroMarine would have won if he just kept his Marines together.
Did he have advanced ballistics?
No. Are you kidding me? He doesn't have 3-3. He has no fusing core. Yeah, I don't get the lips either. I mean, maybe...
I don't... Does he want to harass or does he want to siege with them? Maybe siege because he wants to kite.
Well, that's a lot of sentries, by the way. That says just warped in. So much for that gas bank. It's just pure 2-2 Marine.
I don't really think HeroMarine needs to float his main CC to a new base.
I think he should drop the main. How many observers does Zest have on the map? It's got 2. Where are
There's at least one at the top, yeah.
I go straight through the middle, man. Straight through the middle, like butter, Todd. Surgery, as Maynard would say.
Nobody clipped that, did they?
Yeah, no, nobody clipped it, but there is a surgery fan out there. Surgical precision.
Good old Maynards.
Perhaps.
Surgery. Keeps on surprising me after all these years.
And one Zealot is going to get out there after picking up 2 SCVs. There are so many High Templars in the mix now, Todd. I mean, I don't care how good your micro is. How are you going to avoid all these storms? Drop the main, Big Gabe. It's your only play. It's his only play. I really think he had the game. Oh my goodness, he's going to try though. He's going to eat. There's so many storms though. He does have a tank in the lips. I mean, if Zest messes up, maybe, but...
He's not going to mess up at this point. He's just going to keep on pulling back, storm his retreat.
Yeah. What a game. Zest has a rebuild, by the way, guys, his third base.
So he's trying to double siege here. Tanks, Liberators, and then just micro the hell out of those Marines.
Big Gabe tried to snipe a couple of those High Templars, but Zest says no. I don't want no scrubs. Definitely don't want no Marines sniping my HTs. HeroMarine is running out of steam. Eats another storm to the face. He's trying to get a little bit closer with these libs and with these tanks. There is some hope. He's got 103 supply, but the amount of storms is truly scaring me.
Yeah, HeroMarine's actually short on gas here. But if he can build up something like 6 tanks, 6 Liberators, and takes a perfect fight here, I mean...
Yeah,
he still will have to dodge a lot of the storms. That's going to be the biggest challenge.
Oh, Zest is setting up a very big flank, by the way. A couple of forces coming to the north. That's a weird flank, because it's mostly Stalkers, but there are tanks in the mix, by the way, Zest. That's a risky way to do it, but he's going to go for it. He's going to storm all of these Marines. Here we go. This is what all boils down to. Can Zest finally clean up all these Terran forces?
Some of the tanks were still holding strong here. Marines trying to deal with the rest, but Zest with a full surround gets the cleanup.